Hi guys. Hi Astha. Hi Abhishek. Good to see you guys here. I see someone called Walk the Mile. Let me see who is this. Hi, Walk the Mile. Hello Astha. Good to see you. Hey young kid. What's happening? So thanks for joining guys. Hey Abhishek. Good to see you here. So I think I'm just going to wait a minute or two, and then I'm going to start talking about, what I did in Goa, and then move on to talk about more about my passion project, which I've been working on. Hi Akansha, good to see you here. So Astha, I planned to be in Goa for 10 days each month. So for now I'm back, and but let me tell you what I did when I went off to Goa. So I found a place on lease, which I have leased for a year, and my plan is to spend. Hi Sabrina, good to see you here. Hey Shubham, thanks for joining. So my phone is a little unstable because I did not charge it on time. But yeah, so I was talking about what I did in Goa and what my plan is. So about a week, 10 days ago. One second, guys. Oops, I'm a little uncomfortable with this. Hey, hi Priyanshi. Okay, while I get comfortable with this, guys, please bear with me. I'm just going to stabilize the phone a little. And hopefully by then I'll have some more friends join in. Hello. Hi, Tutun. Good to see you here. Okay, guys, so I'm going to now start talking about Goa finally and not go back from that discussion. So about a week, 10 days, I went off to Goa, and I did that because I thought that if not now, when will I finally take a place on lease and spend time in Goa, living and working there? Why I chose Goa was because it has best of both the worlds I love. It's got the mountains, well, not as big as the Himalayas, but I think it's got its own kind of mountains, pretty beautiful during the rainy season, and it's got the sea. So I thought that I wanted to live at such a place and also work at such a place and spend enough time there working on myself and working on projects that mean the world to me. With this realization during the lockdown and thinking about how life is so short, I took off with my daughter and my cousin sister in search of a semi-base and home come office in Goa. If some of you attended the first live that I did from Goa, I was living at Asagaon. Initially, I thought that, I'll take a place in Asagaon because I believe it's very central and it has a nice, young, vibrant community of a lot of people who are working on their life passion projects. And then I started looking, and then I started gravitating towards Mandaram, which is, situated in the more northern part of Goa, and which is a place that I typically go to during my holidays. And somehow my heart just told me that that's where I need to find a place to stay. And through some friends of mine, like Sabrina is here, and there's also Romika. They live in Goa, and they have done what I have just started doing now a while ago. So they introduced me to a few realtors, and one of them, this lovely lady called Zafia, She helped me find a property in Mandarin, which is about, I'd say, 3 kilometers from Arambol, about a kilometer from Mandarin, and about 2 kilometers from Morjim. All my favorite is beaches in Goa. They're just so lively. There's a lot of music, a lot of great food, a lot of like yoga, a lot of like healing, a lot of healers, lots of therapists, lots of things to learn, a lot of artists. So to my mind, this was a great place, great location. It was also fairly reasonable. So I thought that this is the place I'll make home for at least 10 days each month. And during this time, I thought that I will purely focus on working on myself, like going inwards, and I will work on my dream project, which is, peopleindia.com. And it's a change based platform. And through this platform, I dream of recreating India one step at a time in whatever way I can. And I also have a friend and my partner joining me for this discussion to talk a little more about my passion project, and also to talk about the first project that I'll be focusing on. He's Abhishek. I think he should be soon joining me on the live, and we'll take you through what I'm planning to do, how I'm planning to do it, and so yeah, I'm just gonna let him join now. Hi Salim, so good to see you here. Thanks for joining. Hi Abhishek.
Hi,
Thanks for
Kritika. How
joining.
are
Thanks
you?
for joining. So let me introduce you to everyone. Abhishek is the founder of Bat Labs. It's a digital marketing company, and he also, Abhishek, you can probably correct me wherever I'm wrong. He also helps in developing very intuitive web pages and platforms, and he's been working with me on making my dream about peopleindia.com come true for over a year now. I met him at my co-working space, which is WeWork, which is based out of Gurgaon, and I remember, he took me into one of these meeting rooms where he gave me, like a little presentation on how he imagines he will make me fulfill this dream. And obviously, I couldn't have afforded him back then, but I feel there's always a time for everything, and I think now we are slowly working together. We've come together on this project, and he's here to help me talk more about what I truly dream about doing. And it was his idea that I should first talk about all this with my friends, and then, with your support, with your help and encouragement, take this forward and make this happen. So over to you, Abhishek.
Yes, Kritika, thank you. Thank you for whatever you're trying to do. I feel very closely to your passion project, and I feel very good about this. So, congratulations on finding a new work slash home slash office in Goa, first of all.
Thank you, and you're always welcome. You know that, right?
Yes, yes. I have that in my to-do list.
Soon, then soon. Maybe the next live we could do from there.
Absolutely. Great, great. So, just want to quickly turn the attention towards your new passion project, People India. You've been talking about this for such a long time. Now the time has come to make it more real, make it materialized with this. So, do you want to tell a little bit about People India? What are your goals with this? What are we doing with this project? And what are your total plan with this?
Yes, yes. Thank you for asking me that question. It sort of helps me explain better and helps me get more oriented. Peopleindia.com was an idea that I came up with back in 2016. That's the time I realized that my absolute ultimate goal in life is to use my skills as a lawyer to recreate India. And that's when, on a road trip to Rajasthan with my folks, I wrote the vision down, and they were so encouraging of it, that in no time from then I quit my law firm job, and I started working on the first version of peopleindia.com, which was extremely childlike and had this magician flying on a wand, and I imagined that, it's that magician that will completely recreate India. But that's essentially what I want to do. My dream is to use my time to actually leave behind a nation which is as good as any other, where everyone has equal opportunities. And with with this idea, I started working on the platform, and it took me nearly 3 to 4 years to finally reach a place where I felt that I could share the platform with all of my friends. In the meantime, of course, I needed to pay my bills, and I also love practicing law. So I also started my own boutique law practice, which is called corneliachambers.com. And it's not called corneliachambers.com. I mean, it's called Cornelia Chambers, and the inspiration there is Cornelia Sorabji, the first woman lawyer in India. You can read more about what I do in that platform on www.corneliachambers.com. But obviously, I started that because I thought I needed funds to get People India going. And with whatever time I had left from doing my client work, and whatever money I could save from the operations of that practice, I sort of transferred that towards building peopleindia.com. And now I think 3 years into private practice, I finally have reached a place where Cornelia is walking. And during this lockdown, I realized that I absolutely have to prioritize the peopleindia.com project, and I absolutely have to pick up one sole project from there and then focus on it for the next 3 to 6 months and make things happen on that project. So the first project that I have currently chosen is plastic waste management. I have always been really disturbed and bothered by all the plastic waste that I see around. Being a lawyer, I've had the opportunity to work on a litigation related to plastic waste, where I got the opportunity to read more into the laws around plastic waste management. And what I learned is that the government has made fantastic laws around it, but the producer companies and companies like, I absolutely have no fear in naming them, companies like PepsiCo, companies like Coke, companies like Unilever, all of these companies that you can imagine that engage in packaging plastic products and selling to you. So these laws make them completely responsible for ensuring that whatever plastic they sell to us, through which they sell their products to us, they have to take it back from us. And but they're simply not complying with these rules, and this is something that's been bothering me for a while. And I thought that this is something that bothers all of us, because typically this is that one topic of conversation which goes live in any meetup that you have with your friends, be it in the city or be it on a holiday. So I thought that maybe this is the first project that I will take up very seriously through the platform, with the help of my family and my friends, and actually take these producer companies to task, and actually promise to you all that you will see action coming from peopleindia.com in the next 3 to 6 months, where we will go like game on these producer companies. So this is the first project that I'm working on, and that Abhishek is encouraging me to work on, and so he's here to help me talk about this issue with you all. And yeah, Abhishek, so that's a little bit on peopleindia.com and plastic waste. Also, yeah, one more thing, and I know Abhishek's going to prompt me to talk about it, and I forgot to talk about it, is that what is different about peopleindia.com is that obviously the dream behind peopleindia.com that I have is to recreate India and make it really beautiful and very developed, very, very simply speaking. Um, this is not the first change-based platform in the country. There may be others. The one that I'm aware of is change.org. And, I'd like to share with you all the one differentiator that I see that People India brings to all of us, is that while change.org is purely a petition based platform, you all would have used it. I would love to know if you all have used it, and I'd like to know what your experience was. But I've used it too, and what my experience has been that, being a purely petition based platform, all that it does is it gets all of us to sign a petition, and then it gets all these leads and all our email addresses, and then it just forgets about the change, right? I've also seen that lawyers use change.org to create some social proof to stand in favor of their arguments, but I did not think that change.org really helped change much. And I thought that what we can bring through peopleindia.com is that we will promise action. So what I'm promising through this platform that I'm trying to build for all of us is actual action. And I think the fact that that I'm a lawyer and that I'm working with so many other lawyers, I feel that we can actually promise action and take it. So yeah, so this is about People India and how it is different from some of the other
You,
platform creators.
Ritika, you want to talk more about these big corporations and the kind of plastic waste that's coming out of these companies.
Yes,
How can we have these big boys be held more accountable for all the menace that we have right now in terms of plastic waste?
yes.
How do we what's in for a general public in this, and how do we make sure that these big boys are held accountable, and we make sure this the kind of change you want
Yes.
gets implemented?
Yes. So here's the plan that I have, and we call it the ultimate game plan against these producer companies. So these are some thoughts in my mind, and they are that I think we all need to come together and not question the government any longer, and we need to question these producer companies, and we need to question them through live videos like these. I feel that if we were all to notify them through these live videos and tell them that, look, you better comply with the laws that exist, or else we will stop using your products. And sort of, follow through with that action, not only by stop using their products, but also, like, my personal promise would be that if you all came with me on this challenge to these producer companies, and they're only a handful. So you would have seen these little photos on the internet which show how all of the world's products are actually just owned by 5, 6 companies. So while
Correct.
you all will stop using their products, and we will create more awareness, not only amongst the English speaking population, but also amongst our brothers and sisters who speak in Hindi. And I promise we will do that through this platform. We will also back that up with very strong and sound public interest litigation across India, not only in India, but also in countries where these producer companies have their parent companies. And with that, I hope at least some action will get taken at their end, and we will keep at this action. Like, we'll not stop here. This will not just be a one-off thing. We will keep going after them until they don't stop selling us plastic that cannot be recycled. And the law in our country is very clear. They can only use compostable plastic, or they can only use recyclable plastic. They are not supposed to be using the multi-layered plastic that they're using, because that plastic is absolutely, like, just not going to go away from Earth anytime soon. So, so,
Correct.
so the idea is to go after them very aggressively, start a revolution, and hold them accountable, and ask them some tough questions. And not just me, and not just you, Abhishek. I want all of you to ask them these questions.
Right, right. I think there's a huge gap in terms of awareness around the kind of plastic that we are using in our daily day-to-day lives. Something that these big boys, these big corporations, is not going to tell you. But given the supply chain, I remember you were talking about how deep this supply chain runs in the country, and how could that be leveraged to get rid of the plastic waste that they are creating. So you want to talk a little bit more about that as well?
Yes, thanks for prompting me on that, Abhishek. And this is really an idea that came from one of my younger colleagues called Akshita, and I must give her credits for this. While we were researching on this issue of plastic waste management, what she thought of was that all of these producer companies, as you call them, these big boys, they all sell us these glass bottles of Pepsi and Coke, right? And they have all of these channels and these supply channels available to them. where they very conveniently take back these damn these glass bottles. I don't see why they can't use the same supply channels to take back the other plastic stuff that they're selling us and simply recycle it. If at all they want to use that recyclable plastic, if they want to sell it to us, then they better find a way to take it back too. So thanks for bringing that up, and that will certainly be one of the things that we plan to bring to their attention as a way out of this situation. And obviously, I also want to be able to work with some of the other startup companies in India that are working to create compostable products and compostable plastic solutions, and hopefully we'll take them along with us during this journey, because I see that in future these, when we start going at them aggressively, which we will in the next, I think, Abhishek, 1 month from now, we'll go all out. And when we do, I think we should be prepared to give them answers of how there are solutions available, and we don't want these excuses anymore.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So just to conclude that, I know the plan is big. I know the change that we are about to work on is huge. But then small actions that each of us could take here will support all of us in getting rid of this problem that we have. I'm seriously done with the kind of plastic waste I have around my area, and I'm ready to join this revolution of yours, at least to make sure that I can do my bit. So any takeaway from me, any call to action for people like me, on what I could do in my area, in my vicinity, in my building, what I could do to make sure that I'm with you on this.
Thanks,
So
Abhishek. Thanks, Sabrina. And Asta, I'm going to come to your comment right after this. So what I'm going to request you all to do is, and I do this literally every day, my phone is full of these photographs of ugly plastic waste lying around my house, lying around my workplace. I would really be grateful if you all could just take a picture that disturbed you in the next 1 week of plastic around you, more the better. And please post them on wearepeopleindia.com, and on my Insta profile, on your Insta profile, on your Facebook page, and talk about how plastic waste is no longer acceptable, and how these companies need to stop selling us plastic which cannot be recycled. Let's just start with that, and I promise you that we will bring far more action to you from that. Your encouragement with that one photograph will give me and my friends the energy and the encouragement we need to keep this going, because this is not just for me, right? This is for all of us. So yeah, so please do that. Tag us on We Are People India, because we are the people of India, and that's your first call to action, guys. Thanks, Abhishek. Thanks for bringing that up. And just one thing here. I have my friend here, friend and colleague Astha, who is an AOR in the Supreme Court of India. She is one of the most respected AORs, I'd say. She does a fantastic job, and I hope that she will join forces with us when we file this petition in the Supreme Court, because I don't think these producer companies are going to stop at just a public notice or things like that. What she's saying about change.org, and I'd like to read it out, is that change.org doesn't really get to bringing about the change. It garners support and people join in, but it never leads to a change that actually matters. And that's why we have started peopleindia.com. Thanks for sharing that, Astha. And big hello to everyone else who has joined. Hi, Tara. Hi, Noops. Hi, Deepthi. Thanks for joining, guys. Hi, Vishesh. I'm sorry I left you on that transaction document alone. You can watch the whole live after this. So thanks, guys. I will continue doing these lives, and I will, please hold me accountable, and you will see lots of action coming from peopleindia.com. And yeah, guys, you're all most welcome to come and join me at my residence come office in Goa, where I will be where I will be at least 10 days a month. And you guys are most welcome to join. Hi, Vivek. Thanks for joining. Abhishek, you were saying something. I cut you off in the middle.
So, we're with you on this war that you waged against plastic. So
Thank
I'll do
you.
my bit.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your time. And let's do this together. Thanks, Kitty. And yeah, one more thing, guys. The last thing for the day. So Kirti, who's the head of Okai, has promised me that she and through Okai will help me transform the space that I have taken up in Goa for the People India office and for my 10-day residence. So yeah, guys, do come and see what Kirti does to the place and makes it even more beautiful. And yeah, that's all from me today. It's been half an hour. I think I will hang out with you again, same time, same place. Until then, stay alive, guys. I love you. See you. Thanks, Abhishek. Talk to you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, Kritika. I'll talk to you soon.